Hello everyone, this is Anderson Amira again from the Road to Basel One tour, and we're here with Simone Bordet, the lead of Joc Torino. We're here in the beautiful city of Torino. So Simone, what can you tell us about the Java user group?
Okay, so the Java user group Torino is pretty old. It goes back to, I think, beginning of 2000, and it was founded by three guys here in Torino. And then we went over a number of, turnover in leading the Java user group and organizing meetings and stuff like that. So currently there are three main owners of the Java user group that organize monthly meetings. So we try to keep this cadence pretty consistent so that we have people expecting the next meeting more or less in the middle of the month. We've been covering pretty much every technology that runs on the JVM. So actually the scope of the Java user group Torino has become more the scope of a JVM user group. So for example, we host talks on Kotlin, even on Scala, even if there is a Scala user group here in Torino, but also internals of the JVM, but also applications or libraries or interesting open source projects that are written in Java. And so it's a pretty diverse offering that we're trying to give to the technical community here in Torino. We're also linked with many other communities here in Torino. For example, there's a JavaScript user group, there's a web performance user group, and we have somehow a collector website called Torino Tech Scene that where all the events organized by these technical groups convey into. And so yeah, it's a pretty active city for technology and especially for Java.
Do you get a lot of local talent, local to Torino or to the Piedmont area?
We get mostly from the city, people living in the city, because we organize meetings during weekdays, and therefore it's very typical that they get up work and then they come to the meeting. And we typically end the meeting and then we go for a dinner together and we continue the discussion over there. So yeah, I would say mostly from the city, or people may be coming from outside but actually working in the city.
Okay, so very much local. Excellent. And so you were appointed a Java champion a couple of years ago. Does that have, what kind of effect has that had on you and the Java community here in Torino?
That I cannot answer. I don't know, to be honest. I haven't, broadcasted this information that much. I haven't, meaning that I don't go around, saying that I'm a Java champion and therefore you should come. We try to keep the meetings interesting in choosing the right technologies and people. We try also to promote new speakers, and so when people come to the Java user group meeting, maybe they ask a number of questions, maybe we ask questions of what are the technology you're using, and then maybe we discover that someone is trying to use, for example, I don't know, big data libraries or new Spring features, or they develop a new application or something like that. And so we try to ask them and say, hey, maybe it's your first talk, but we'll help you out and come and present what you're doing in your day job. And of course they know their stuff really well, and that makes, like, when you know an argument really well, then it's it's 80% done already.
Okay.
The rest is just combating the fear of going to in front of an audience and just presenting your stuff. But we're helping them. So we have a number of things coming in the next months. So there's a Java 9 talk, because Java 9 is due out in a couple of days, and so we're going to have a Java 9 talk in there. There's a guy that is also doing some kind of tour, is going to probably be in Rome, then Milan, and then come here in Torino presenting the stuff that is that he's doing with the alfresco products. So I think it's mostly document management stuff. And there's a new speaker coming in speaking about the things that he's doing in his normal job. So yeah, we have a tight schedule, and so we'll see. It requires a bit of energy. You have to organize things, keep things,
keep the momentum.
Yeah, the momentum, but eventually, it's a fun activity. You get to meet a lot of people, and it's always interesting, and you improve your own soft skill of being able to present. And then for example, the other co-leader of the Java user group started a few talks. I gave him a few suggestions how to improve. He went on into studying how to present better things on his own. And then he became like a conference speaker, and now he is an international conference speaker. Gets invited to international conference, so it's very interesting.
Yeah, you hit it right in the nail. The advantage of coming to user group meetings like this one is to, of course, get in touch with former colleagues perhaps, and discover new friends. And there's the content itself, but also you have fun and you expand your horizons into some other topics that you might not see directly on your day job.
Exactly.
And you don't know where this thing will lead you, right? As you said, somebody became an international speaker after some months and some time, and this has happened to other people as well in other places of the world. So it's really, really great that Juke Torino is so active, that you can bring a lot of local talent and external people as well from within Italy and outside of Italy.
Yep.
To share the knowledge. So thank you very much, Simone.
It's been a pleasure.
Congratulations again, and thank you for having us for the Road to Basel 1 tour. And we're hoping that I can see some of the members in Basilea in the coming month and anywhere else, because the Java community is so big and we're very friendly.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. See you guys.